Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. I know it's been a little while since my last video, but I have a bunch of new videos planned. But today I wanted to dive into something a little new for me, but it's not exactly a new concept if you are a part of the journaling community, and that would be bullet journaling. If you have been following my YouTube channel for a while, you'll know that I am an avid Traveler's Notebook user. I also have used the Target Dollar Spot Planner before that for a little bit. But for some reason it's just not working the way it used to, planning and trying to keep things organized. So I did want to try something different. I was a little afraid of bullet journaling for the longest time, so the fact that I've come back to it and actually feel like it will work is a good thing. So of course I had to go find supplies for this, and off of Amazon I bought this hard-covered journal. It's dotted. I kind of opened it already because I was anxious to do that, but it's dotted and it's already page numbered. I don't know if you can see that. It does not have an index at all, which is fine by me because it's not that big of a deal. But this I think was around $12 maybe, like I said, on Amazon. But I did go to Michael's just the other day, and of course after I've purchased one off of Amazon, I find something very similar there. I don't know if they are new or if Michael's just wasn't displaying them where I noticed them before, but they have these hard-covered journals. Obviously you can tell they look exactly alike. They have, I believe they have lined, but they also have graphed and the dotted in a couple different colors. They had purple, they had gray, I'm pretty sure they had black. They have a bright pink, but I got this navy and I got a gray one also. So these were $5. So of course I find these right after I spend money on this, but I do really love this one. This has a very thinner elastic, which I'm not a fan of, but again, for $5, I mean, come on. So they seem to be just as well made as that one. I will also put the link to this one down below in the description if you're interested. I don't remember what the brand was or anything because, like I said, I already opened it before the video because I couldn't help myself. Anyway, it comes with two page markers, which is nice. This one also comes with, is this 2 or 3? This actually comes with 3, but it has an index, which is kind of nice. The dotted, it's not. There are no page numbers on it, which is fine. Again, it's not that big of a deal. And for the most part, it does lay flat. So for $5, this is pretty awesome. I have to say, Michael's is really stepping up the planner game. They have pretty much everything now. So I kind of can't wait to use these. But I also got these Micron markers. They're originally $9.99, but they were on sale for $6, so I thought that was pretty good. There are 3 different sizes. I already tested them on this paper because this is going to be like my main planner, and there's no bleed through, which is nice, or any ghosting actually. Let me see if I can show you. I just tested it on the back page. Okay, so I marked, you can see that, I marked it right there. So there's like a slight bit of ghosting, but it doesn't really leak through that much. And that's not much of a big deal for me. I know it is for some people. I was going to get the Faber-Castell markers, I think that's what they're called, that I know a lot of people use, but they were like $5 for just one. I didn't really want to invest too much more money into this, and these seem to work fine, and it came in 3 different sizes. So I got 3 for the price of one Faber-Castell, so I don't know what the difference is. I'm sure those ones are better. I mean, I don't really know. I'm new to the whole bullet journal thing, but I just wanted to show you guys what I got and what I plan on doing. I'm hoping this helps me just get back on track with things because the holidays are always so busy for me. But like I said, I do have some more videos planned. I do want to get my bullet journal started and hopefully organize my life a bit more. But for the rest of today's video, I thought I would kind of try to set up my bullet journal. Like I said, I'm new to this, so I kind of have no idea what I'm doing. I mean, I have a basic idea. I went on Pinterest, I've watched YouTube videos. I made a list of the spreads and collections or anything that I thought I would need. That's pretty much it, so let's hop on into the plan with me part of this video. Okay, so obviously I started off with the index. I made it super simple. In the end, I wasn't completely happy with it, but what's great about a bullet journal is, you're gonna make mistakes, and you could just easily cover it up creatively. It's kind of like, in my opinion, the way I started to do it was kind of like an art journal. So I really started to kind of go in that direction. I'd started off trying to just do pens and pencils with markers, and I just felt like I needed to add a bit more. But for this page, like I said, I kept it super simple, but I'll most likely go back and change it up a bit. So I skipped a couple pages and I want to do a 2018 kind of like an intro page. Again, I kept this one very, very simple. I literally just wrote the numbers on there, but I do plan on going back and adding a bit more later on. So on the next 4 pages, I decided to add a future log. I wasn't really going to do this originally, but I realized this was something that I definitely needed, so I just went ahead and kept it simple. And I must say this was probably the most tedious one to do, just because there was a lot of numbers to write. The next spread was something a little different. I have been pretty fascinated with the pagan wheel of the year, and definitely with the moon phases. Just one spread, just something so I can, take a look at it and see what's coming up. And like I said, I've just been interested in this as of late and just wanted to incorporate it in my bullet journal. And this is where I started to use more than just the pens and markers. I did use the Crayola twistable colored pencils, I think they were, for the wheel, but I did actually wind up taking my typewriter out and typing up this quote that I really loved and put it on the bottom of this Wheel of the Year page. Now for the other side of the spread, the lunar calendar, I wound up doing it all by hand and I did not like it. It just, I don't know. Of course, I realized this after I finished this tedious task. I did go online to find this beautiful printout by Jordan11. You can find it on her website. All I had to do was print it and trim it down. I made sure to resize it in Photoshop, but yeah, all I did was just glue it down, and then I just added some star washi tape. So on to the next pages, you can see that I started to do it, and of course I completely hated it in the end. So I just put down some washi tape to cover it up, and I decided to continue using my typewriter to type out the page headings. These 2 pages were for addresses and important passwords, because I usually forget a lot of my logins. Onto the next spread, I wanted to do a couple trackers. I wasn't really wishing to do any weekly or, daily trackers. It would be too tedious for me, like I wouldn't keep up with it. So I did want to track my Crohn's disease symptoms. So I did a yearly spread for that, and I also did the same for my moods because I really love the Year in Pixels mood tracker that I saw on Pinterest forever ago. I've seen a lot of people actually use that one, so that will be on the second page. For the following few pages, I just did simple layouts again with the washi tape and the headers for things such as video ideas for my channels, photography blogs, as well as pages to list items for my Etsy shops. On the following page, I did another simple layout and literally just the heading of my wish list. And then I, of course, wanted to have a books to read, which I started to do in my traveler's notebook like forever ago, and I never kept up with it. So I found this printout, and I am sorry I do not remember where I got it from, but I will make sure to link to it down below. But I printed it, cut it, and glued it down in my journal, and just added a couple little doodles onto it. So I finally got into the month of January spreads, and I started off with this intro page, and on the page right after it, I did a quick, simple layout of just important dates. I really tried to keep things easy and simple because I didn't want to get too invested in the creative process right now, because I definitely wanted to get this started and I was a couple weeks behind, and I want to make sure I utilize this more than just, you know, taking the time to decorate it and not actually use it. It's been snowing a lot this month, so I sort of went with a wintry forest theme for this. And I also added a photo of my dogs. I think this was from a couple years ago when we had a really huge snowstorm and they're just both looking outside to see all the snow. So then on the next pages, I decided to do very quick one-page weekly spreads, since I was pretty much done with week 1 by the time I was doing this, but I still wanted to make sure I jotted down a couple things just to remember what happened that week. So I just put a week on one page and kept it pretty simple. Now I purposely didn't dedicate a page to the key, but I definitely wanted one. So I saw this hack on Pinterest that, you can take a journal card or even just, paper, and you write down your key and then you just tape it or glue it, maybe on the inside cover, or do what I did and take some washi and just sort of tape it on the edge of your back cover, in the inside of your back cover, so you can flip it out and it'll be right there if you need to reference it. As I've said, I'm new to bullet journaling, but I think I will really enjoy this. You can keep things simple and it just still looks nice and neat. You can get a little creative. I clearly love my washi tape and will probably continue with this sort of theme, especially with the typewriter. But if you guys have any, tips and tricks, any hacks that you have tried, please let me know in the comments, because I would love to hear them. And if you'd like to see me do any more bullet journaling videos in the future, hit the like button, let me know in the comments below. I know this was a pretty long video for me, but if you stuck it out till the end, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya!